Choose life. Choose a sport. Choose a drop zone. Choose a start time. Choose a fucking big jump plane. Choose turbine engines, speed, unlimited altitude, and endless horizons. Choose height, no low turns, and travel insurance. Choose jump tickets. Choose tiny action cameras. Choose your mates. Choose a rig and matching helmet. Choose swoop shorts and a range of fucking fabrics. Choose 120 vertical speed and wondering who the fuck you are on a Sunday morning. Choose sitting on that couch, watching debriefs, spirit-saving slow-mos, smashing beers after last load. Choose standing on the podium at the end of it all. Choose a win you'll love every time. And the reasons? There are no reasons. Who needs reasons when you fly NZ Aerosports?
Of course, I absolutely love the NZ Aerosports business model. I mean, come on. One glance at an Icarus fuck yeah sticker and you know it lines up perfectly with the fucking pilot mentality. But outside their wonderful use of colorful language and a great company vibe, there's a long list of reasons to say NZ Aerosports, fuck yeah. NZ Aerosports blows me away right out of the gate as a canopy manufacturer with a bold offer. They give you 10 jumps on your brand new nylon to decide if you want to keep it, swap it out, or even return it for a refund. I mean, seriously, how incredible is that? That's like getting halfway through a prom and deciding you prefer the slightly racier date that goes down faster. Seriously, they do that. If you're not madly in love with your new canopy after 10 jumps, they'll let you swap it out for another size or model, or even get your money back. And the range of canopies they've got? Man, they've got a style canopy to fit every jumper and every situation with models you know and trust, like the Sapphire 3, the perfect choice for the beginner or intermediate canopy pilot. The Crossfire 3, when you're ready to kick it up that elliptical notch. The JFX 2, if you're looking to up your new swoop game. The Leia as the workhorse and dirtwater dirt beast, or the Petra. The Petra cranks out crazy power and is nothing short of a record breaker. But hey, it's not always about speed either. Take the Kraken. Built as a low pack volume canopy specifically with wingsuiting in mind, she gives you all the performance you're looking for with the reliability you need that'll have you itching for that next formation, rodeo, or puffy cloud. So the equipment is top of the line kick-ass stuff as you already know, but how about the team? Well, the customer service gang is there to sort you out whenever you need them. Maddie and Beto are always there to help with Jen holding the reins. They're available for you at sales@nzaerosports.com, and they've got a kick-ass live chat tool on the website if you're wanting to hit someone up right away. These are the crew you're going to want to talk to get those custom orders in. With the stock nylon, once you know what you want, they'll have that shit on a FedEx truck as soon as the credit card machine says approved and get you in the air in no time. For your custom orders, you'll be able to get a time frame for building and shipping when you design it, so get to it. And demos. They've got demos in the US available from their partner Rock Sky Market. The whole US demo fleet is there with Sapphire 3, Crossfire 3, Kraken, JFX 2, and Leia canopies in a range of sizes. They also offer student and tandem demos in the US. Bottom line, every step of the way, NZ Aerosports is there to get you what you need, and I personally couldn't be happier to be teamed up with them here on Lunatic Fringe. And now, time to get started with Lunatic Fringe Into the Void, brought to you proudly by NZ Aerosports. Fuck yeah.
Coming straight from the cockpit, it's another episode of Lunatic Fringe with the fucking pilot.
Ready, set, go. Oh yeah, back in the free candy van for another episode of the Lunatic Fringe with Brian Casserly. You're welcome. Dean, I'm so sorry that I'm taking this over for you, but I love you, brother, and we're here to do what we do. So, who the fuck are you, and what do you do?
Well, I think I'm motherfucking James England.
James England?
There you go.
Oh, dear Lord. But what do you do?
Well, I skydive.
You do?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit of skydiving?
Yeah, just a little bit. Or bowling, I don't know.
Bowling, skydiving. How'd you get into extreme sports?
Growing up, watching things like Point Break, like not the new one, but the older one, with Patrick Swayze and like Keanu Reeves,
Swayze. I mean, come on. You're gonna do anything fun. You're gonna do Swayze fun.
Yeah, for sure. So movies like that, I think, like really generated the interest, and then at some point in time, I just want to be cool, I guess.
You just got to be cool. So, by the way, guys, so everyone understands what's happening here, it is midnight on the 4th of July, and we've just gone for a bike ride.
Electric bike
ride.
For sure.
But I really want to understand more about you and your extreme sports. So, what happened here? That's my daughter coming in, by the way. And now
Hello,
she's gone.
goodbye.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So, extreme sports. You were just like, I'm going to watch this movie, and now all of a sudden I am James England of Spaceland, and I am going to do tandems and all sorts of good things? Or, like, what? Like, I don't even understand.
I mean, I started off, like, skiing when I was a young kid, you know?
Okay.
My dad was a ski patroller.
Hell yeah.
Started ski racing. It's a very expensive thing to do, and
Totally expensive. Skiing's fucking disgustingly expensive.
yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I don't come from money, so my dad came out and pretty much told me, you know, we can't afford for you to race.
All right.
So, you know, kind of had to, like, make my own way, so I became a ski instructor.
All right, but you're from Florida.
Originally Texas.
Originally Texas, but you became a ski instructor.
Yeah, my dad was in the military, you know, so we traveled around.
Oh, so you're just like fucking everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere.
All right, that's fucking awesome.
But dad's side of the family's from California, mom's side of the family's from Florida, so
Okay.
pretty much a mutt's kind of traveled around the military, you know, but originally born in Texas, spent a good majority of my life in Texas, you know, so I don't know, we just started out, dad was a ski instructor, you know, and pushed me into ski racing, and then we couldn't really afford it.
Okay.
I became a ski instructor, teaching kids.
10-4.
You know, and then snowboarding was really starting to take shape. I think I was about 16 years old,
Okay.
and switched over to snowboarding. And yeah, that was pretty much it, you know, and started snowboarding.
Snowboarding's much proper than skiing.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, the other issue too was that a bunch of friends that were really awesome, that were already competing and stuff, and always felt like I was like in their shadow,
Sure.
you know, because they were so good.
Because they were skiing.
I mean, skiing, snowboarding, whatever, you know, trying to keep up with them, and spent a lot of time in the mountains, mountain biking and things like that, and just kind of fell in love with it, you know. Started rock climbing. Was an avid rock climber for like years, you know, and then eventually just kept coming back to snow sports, and then I'd always thought about skydiving. And I think I was probably in my early 20s living in Houston,
Okay.
and set up a tandem skydive at Skydive Spaceland Houston.
It's like, dude, I gotta go for a jump.
Yeah, weather was bad. It was a guy that I worked with at a restaurant. He was a
pouring.
bartender, and he's like, yeah, you should come skydive. I was
Yeah.
like, cool. And the weather was terrible.
Pouring rain.
Yeah, it was just bad. Texas
Lightning.
storms, whatever else, you know. And went out the drop zone. Weather was bad, and then just never went back for like the longest time.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
you know, that's the fucked up part about skydiving. It's like you come for the jump, but the weather always sucks. Non-stop, horrible weather. And we just wait. And then all of a sudden...
I mean, it seems that way, you know, but I don't know. It's kind of like put it in the back of my head, and didn't go back till I was about 26 years old. So started skydiving in Skydive, New Mexico at a club.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Skydive, New Mexico.
yeah, so just a club. Planes were privately owned. Very small. Knew nothing about skydiving. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Started skydiving out there. Started off with like static line, you know.
You started static line and
Yeah.
not AFF?
Yeah, static line, not AFF, because I didn't do any research. You know, to where you hang from a plane, do a couple practice handle touches,
It's got the handle.
and you just hang
touch it.
on and then let go and count 10, and you
Yeah,
deploy a
like we were
parachute.
like, what, 3,500 feet, too, going out.
I don't even remember. This is a long time ago, you know?
I don't know.
So I started kind of late when I was 26 and like got enough jumps to be able to look at my coach rating.
Okay.
And the club I was at was very cliquey.
Wait, so you already had your license, now you're like, I'm going to get my coach, and that's where we're fucking at from here.
Well, yeah, I didn't have the money to pay for the sport. You know, I mean, skydiving is,
Who does?
I mean, you make sacrifice when you like kind of figure it out, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But couldn't afford to pay for it, so it took me about a year to get my A license at the club.
Okay.
Started packing parachutes from about my fifth or sixth jump. My instructor was a rigger, and so I started packing my way through the sport to pay for it. Distracted by women, a bunch of other things, and of course partying, you know, whatever.
Well, that's what this is all about.
Yeah. So it took me about a year to get my license, and then ended up getting enough jumps to get my coach rating.
Okay.
And I ended up leaving where I was at the time. I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
So you're in Albuquerque, and now you're like, I'm at my fucking coach rating. I'm gonna go explore the world.
Well, I decided to go back to Texas, So I left Albuquerque, went back to Texas, and moved to Austin. And there was a small drop zone called Sky of San Marcos, which is now Sky of Spaceland.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep, Sky of Spaceland, San Marcos. And went there, and I think Terry Good.
Terry Good.
Yeah, it was my the first guy I did my recurrency jump with, old school skydiver from back in the day, and went on coach jump, and I landed like right in the middle of P's. He's like, "Do you want a job coaching?" I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Was Thomas and Whitney there at this point in time, or no?
I actually don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so. It was like back in like 2010, I guess, spring of 2010.
How about those fucking cracks in the ground?
Yeah, the never-ending like abyss.
Yeah. The abyss of life.
Between like go out there and drop a rock in it and like count to 10, you never hear the end of it.
It never fucking ends, dude. Those cracks in the ground are amazing.
Yeah, they like 8 skydivers like for a living.
Yeah, well, that's their job, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lots of tib fibs, but anyway, so went on my recurrency jump with Terry Good,
Okay.
old school skydiver from back in the day. Landed right in the middle of P's. He's like, "Do you want to start coaching?" I'm like, "Sure."
And why not?
I thought I was going to start coaching.
Fucking hammer it out.
They actually paid for your coach jump, so you got like $10 a jump or something.
Yeah,
learn
why
how
not?
to teach, And then it wasn't like that, right? So I come out and had to like kind of prove myself.
Okay.
I guess. So I come out and like just sit at the drop zone waiting to coach. No jumps.
No jumps.
Just
And then, fucking
hanging out, started like bringing groceries for the deli, doing a bunch of like odd jobs around the drop zone, and eventually I guess they got tired of me sitting there,
Okay.
and they started letting me coach.
Okay. And this is where you become James England.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for the most part, you kind of discover yourself. But yeah, so started coaching, and got paid. I think it was like $10 a jump, and
Word, yeah, absolutely.
kept jumping, really befriended everybody, and it really became my own family. It was pretty much family owned.
Dude, I mean, that drop zone to me is... I know you were there much before it was a Spaceland, but wow, the people there are just fucking awesome.
Well, I think it's just like Texas hospitality,
Texas is Texas, but
Yeah.
San Marcos and Austin, the people there are just fucking epic.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the hardest thing I think you start to realize how like cliquey it was. You had to kind of get in where you fit in.
That drop zone was clicky?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we had a bunch of old school skivers that used to swoop, like pro swoop back in the day, and were well recognized, and kind of had to prove yourself there, you know. But when you did, people started taking you like under their wing and training you. So they pretty much bred me to be a skiving instructor, So
That's interesting.
Yeah, so once I got enough jumps, I think it was like 360 or so. Do my AFF rating. Did my AFF rating with Michael Watkins.
Mike Watkins was out there?
Yeah, Michael Watkins. Huge shout to Michael Watkins. That guy's a G for sure. I love you.
All day long.
Yeah, he's a legend. So did my AFF pre-course with him, and then did my FF course. Passed that. Got my FF rating.
I'm kind of mind blown that you actually did this all with Mike Watkins. I mean, because like right now he's just like full blown fucking hardcore into. I mean, teaching people awesome shit, but mainly military. So
well, I mean, he used to. I mean, I think for me, like Michael Watkins is like very similar to like Jay Stokes,
Oh yeah.
But he does a lot of military teaching, but also does like a lot of AFF teaching and examining. But it was a great course. Definitely not easy. I think at the time, I don't think I deployed below 2,000 or above 2,000 feet like the entire time.
Of course, it's always above 2,500 feet.
Yeah, so they've since changed that. But I got my AFF rating and then kept jumping. Learned how to do AFF on like dual-sided instructors, and then eventually got enough jumps to get my tandem rating.
Word.
And they got my tandem rating, and then I think I was in the medical field for about 12 years, got burnt out, and then cut away and started skiving full-time.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
But
so,
where I met you was not Texas, so...
No, I actually met you in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I actually started seeing some things online for Pussfoot, and you were doing like all these different like interviews or featuring different like military people and things like that. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
regardless of that, but like, how did you wind up in Georgia from Texas? You were like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Georgia, or I'm gonna go have some fucking fun and wind up in Georgia.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother story. So, anyways, left Austin.
We love stories.
Went to Florida to go be with my family. I was going through like a pretty difficult time.
Yeah.
And I taught this really awesome woman how to skydive.
What's her name?
Brianna. Yeah, Paleshi.
Brianna Paleshi.
And we really hit it off, and she ended up leaving, going to chiropractic school in Georgia.
Yeah.
And I was ready to get out of Texas, so I left. And I went to Florida to be around my family.
Word.
Got down there like a little bit too late, so I couldn't find a job. All the northern drop zones already closed.
This is in Florida.
Yep, in Florida. Right. Everyone had already come down south to work, so pretty much everyone was full.
Drink that. Drink it.
Yeah, water's delicious.
But yeah, guys, it's like after fucking midnight on July 4th, or now 5th, and we've had an awesome fucking day.
Yeah, I'm exhausted from electric biking. That's for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
E-biking is fun, but now we're just wrapping. So
yeah, for sure.
Tell me more stories.
So I left Texas to get like a fresh start. I went to go see my family in Florida, where my mom's side of the family's from, and I got down there too late, and all the northern drop zones already closed. Everyone had already come south, and then Trevor and DeLand went to go see him, and he's like, "Hey, if you want to stay here for the slow season, I can work here during the busy season." I was like, "Cool." I started working at like FedEx, was working absurd hours, was doing really good with that, and I just got tired of it. Missed skydiving.
Sure.
So I put out my resume to a bunch of different drop zones, but on paper, I look like a very inexperienced instructor. So nobody really hit me back up.
So like, how many fucking jumps are we talking about at this point?
I mean, I just got my Tandem rating not too long ago, so it's probably sitting around 600.
All right.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. I can't remember really.
Yeah.
I stopped logging a long time ago. Logging's bullshit after you get here.
Dude, I haven't logged a jump since 200.
Yeah, it's dumb. Anyways, besides that, not into logging. But yeah, I couldn't find a job, and I was getting tired of doing FedEx and stuff like that. And then Brianna, she's like, "Oh, I found this place online, like Tennessee." She's like, "Why don't you apply?" I was like, "Cool."
Now, this is the chick that you took on a tandem.
Yeah.
That would later become...
I didn't take her on Tandem. I taught her AFF course.
All right, so it was AFF. But
and
now...
license, yeah.
I mean, we'll get to Breezy in a bit.
Yeah, so she left and went to Georgia, and we were pretty close.
All right.
And I left Texas to go to Florida, and was tired of doing FedEx. Couldn't find a job because I looked very inexperienced on paper. And then she's like, "Hey, there's this place up in Tennessee that is hiring."
What DZ is that?
Skydive Chattanooga.
Oh, dude, Chet. I fucking love that drop zone.
It's a beautiful place to jump, for sure,
Chattanooga is like a fucking awesome spot.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah. So I went ahead and, let me rewind real quick. So I left Texas. Breezy flew out to drive back to Georgia. Mm-hmm. So I went to Georgia for a little bit. I think I had like $1,000 in my pocket. My brakes went on my vehicle. Almost got into an accident. Had no money. Called my old DZ manager, Eric Butts, and he hooked me up with Hans Paulson at Skydive Georgia.
At the farm?
At the farm.
The farm.
Yeah, the old Skydive farm, yep.
Good old Hans.
So I stopped there, spent, I think, 4 weeks or so, in Georgia.
All right.
Where Breezy was going to school and stuff, and Hans hooked me up, was very kind, and I stayed there and worked for a while, and then he asked me to stay. It was like wintertime. I was like, no, I can't. I have to go to Florida. And left, went to Florida, but I got some more money in my pocket, got to Florida, did that whole FedEx thing, and then couldn't find a skydiving job.
In Florida?
In Florida, yeah.
But you were like northern Florida.
No, Tampa.
You were in Tampa.
I just got down there too late. Like, you have to, I got there in like November, and all the northern instructors go down during the wintertime. Mm-hmm. So it was a little bit too late, but talked to Trevor DeLand. He's like, if you want to stay for a slow season, I can work you there. I was like, no, I can't do that. I was sick of my job. And then Breezy found Skydive Chattanooga, and I applied, and Justin replied and got the job. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours from where Breezy was at. So I went from Florida, drove up to Georgia, started working at Skydive Chattanooga.
All right.
During the wintertime. It sucked. Yeah, it was... It's a good operation. It's a tandem factory.
Not so much anymore.
Not so much anymore, but at the time it was, But getting to a drop zone in that region in the wintertime is pretty slow,
Word. Yeah.
So we were pretty much starving. eating a bunch of ramen peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yeah. Making margaritas in the coffee maker, but that's like a whole different story. So
yeah, we can get to that.
So I did some time there. And then I noticed on Facebook that Kevin Purdy from Sky of San Marcos, he's the gentleman that got my Tandem rating.
Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Love you. Kevin Purdy, I saw that him and Deloria were going to Georgia. As soon as they had left San Marcos to go work at Spaceland Houston. As soon as they left and went to Georgia, I knew Steve Boyd, the owner of Spaceland.
Mr. Boyd, shout out to you.
Amazing motherfucker for sure.
Dude, Steve is the fucking coolest dude in the world.
Their entire family is amazing, right?
All the Boyds. Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
These guys are just, I mean, and look what they're doing for the sport, right?
Yeah,
like, you can't go to a drop zone, you can't go to a Spaceland drop zone and not expect to eat an omelet off the bathroom floor. They're absolutely perfect. There's nothing dirty about a Spaceland. There's nothing unprofessional about a Spaceland. There's not the planes, the facilities, you name it. Like, Mr. Boyd, thank you for what you've done for this sport.
For sure. So, Kevin had left San Marcos to go work for Spaceland Houston. And when I saw they were going to Georgia, I just knew that they were going to open a drop zone. I just knew it, right? So I was working in Chattanooga at the time, starving during the winter time, and Kevin hits me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm in Georgia." I was like, "Cool. What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm opening a drop zone."
Oh, yeah.
Which is Spaceland Houston on the old Skyline Farm, Spaceland Atlanta, which is on the old Skyline Farm property. He's like, "Hey, do you want to come down and check it out?" I'm like, "Sure." So I drove down from Chattanooga to Rockmart, Georgia, checked it out. And I'd never worked at Spaceland before,
Never before? I mean, you jumped at them all, but you never worked at one.
Well, it was like after the fact,
All right.
So went over there, and because you remember my Tandem was the weather was bad, so I couldn't jump in Houston. But years later, and then checked out the thing and saw their program and stuff. And, I love doing tandems, but, I like coaching and, doing AFF and things like that. I think Spaceland has a badass AFF program, and spent the day down there. They were still building it, putting everything together. And Kevin's like, "Hey, do you want to come work for me?" I was like, "Let me think about it." So I left, started driving back to Chattanooga. I think I'd been on the road for like 30 minutes. And I called him. I was like, "Yo, fuck yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, so Chattanooga's great, and a big shout out to Justin Sylvia for the opportunity, but, I need to do more. I want to do more AFF, more coaching, things like that. They weren't quite there yet in Chattanooga, so ended up moving from Chattanooga down to Spaceland Atlanta.
I mean, it's not that far of a ride either.
No, it's like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours or so, yeah. That's also where Breezy was at, going to chiropractic school. So,
and it's just the love of your life.
Yeah, it kind of worked out. Tom didn't know that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then ended up staying in a tent on a drop zone, living on a tent in a drop zone for like a year and a half, which is like, and by tents, guys, I mean like a huge like 8x10 tent with like power cords going from the box all the way to the tent with like a surround sound system and a big screen TV. Yeah. Something stupid, right?
Just chilling.
Yeah, we used to do movie nights in my tent. It was pretty dumb.
All right, so for all you that have never been to Spaceland Atlanta, it's fucking Shangri-La, right? Like, this place, you roll up, and it's literally, it's a farm, right? Like, it's gorgeous. There's a runway that they don't generally will launch anybody from. It's just this really beautiful property with a couple of ponds and really epic people. And you just gotta go. You gotta go see it. Like, Spaceland Atlanta is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
dude, it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's Georgia. I mean, Georgia's beautiful.
Never mind Georgia. It just, the property itself, the facility.
It's like 15, 20 minutes from like small towns like Rockmart and like Cedartown. But I mean, when you're on the property, it's almost like it's its own island of
Shangri-La, dude. Yeah, it's fucking Shangri-La. It's always been. I drove there my first time after working Hurricane Michael down in the Gulf, and I was like, I got to go see some drop zones, and I drove up, and holy shit, Kevin was like the coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
And fell in love with the fucking place.
Well, I mean, that's the weird thing about it is that they opened that drop zone, and after being there for a while, brought a bunch of the Houston crew up there to open it. We got a good start, and then I started seeing your online posts, featuring different skydivers posts. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Just a somewhat okay skydiver.
And then I came into the drop zone and I saw a bunch of your fucking stickers sitting on the fucking table.
Well, dude, I went there and I literally gave Kevin a fucking flag and a bunch of stickers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
never mind Pussfoot, the fucking drop zone is just epic.
Yeah.
And the people
Yeah.
people are really, really awesome.
Yeah, Southern hospitality for sure.
For fucking sure, dude. It's an amazing place.
So how was it? You guys stopped by the drop zone or something like that at one point, and that's how I met you and Kevin.
No. How you met Kevin and I was I had swung by that drop zone.
Right.
I met Kevin Purdy and Deloria, and they were just like super awesome people. And then all of a sudden they were like, "Hey, can you come organize?" And I really wasn't organizing at that point in time. Again, I'm a somewhat okay skydiver, and all of a sudden I'm being invited by Spaceland. So it was like, yes, we're going.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first conversation when I met you and Kevin really started vibing out, and I think that it was the real connection was talking about grassroots skydiving essentially.
Well, that's what it's all about, right? We want retention. We want people to stay in the sport.
For sure, which is one of the big problems nowadays in skydiving. It's so cliquish and so elite to an extent, right?
Sky gods.
That we lose, from, when someone gets their A license, the retention of the sport is so low because if you don't have that grassroots connection with people wanting to mentor and do those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people get they're like, man, I didn't really feel like I belong, things like that,
Sure. So for me, what it was I'm getting my license at Skydive the Ranch. I love the fucking people. I'm partying. I'm having the time of my life. All of a sudden, I have my A license, and I can't get anyone to help me pack. I can't do this. I can't do that. Revert. While I was getting my A license, I had a Red Bull skydiver, which was Jeffro Provenzano. Shout out to you, my man. We're gonna move his phone so he doesn't keep touching the wood. And dude, nobody would hang. Like, yeah, you go party at the DZ, you go have some fun, but nobody would sit there. And I'm sorry to all of you up there, but nobody would give me the fucking time of day. And all of a sudden, I have a Red Bull skydiver who, to me was like the shit. I'm like, holy crap, I've got Jeffro Provenzano.
I mean, he still is.
Dude, he's the shit.
Yeah,
he's the nicest fucking dude in the world.
It's a weird thing about it is you meet these people, some of these guys, you don't even know who the fuck they are.
Well,
and they're amazing.
I met him through my fucking daughter. My 8-year-old daughter was in love with Amy Chimalecki, and I'm like, who is Amy Chimalecki? And she's like, Dad, you gotta come watch her. I'm like, who is this? I don't know anything about fucking skydiving, but my daughter is all into it. And all of a sudden they're all up hanging out. And I'm like, wow, that's fucking pretty damn cool for my daughter and for me. You're hanging out with us. And then he'd wind up doing my coach jumps. And after that, I said, I'll never be, maybe I'm never going to be a sky god, nor would I want to. But for me, it was I want to take everything that was ever given to me and I want to kind of push it back onto everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like giving back. I mean, that's the thing, right? So you have to find mentors that help you out. You want to give back to the community. And, some of us are very fortunate to find those people. And other times not,
I want to go hang out. I want to go, I want to talk to you about your first jump. I want to talk to you about, your gear. I want to do anything. I want to talk to you about everything there is to know about skydiving because I love the fucking sport and I love the people that are in it. Now, when I first met you, I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy is gorgeous. How am I to go load organize when there is this handsome fella? This fucking guy. You know what? You're wearing a Hurley hat right now. You just fixed it. But when I first met you, you were wearing one too, and I had the big,
Hurley, by the way, you should sponsor me because it's all I wear. It's really ridiculous.
Do you hear that helicopter above our house right now?
It's probably the Popos.
Jesus, that thing's fucking loud.
Yeah. So I mean, the conversation we had was about grassroots and how at my home drop zone, when I first learned how to skydive, I didn't really feel super part of the group.
Sure.
Kind of missed that. So we talked about retention and grassroots. I think that's where we really hit it off. So I think your strengths is that you want to give back to the community. you know. And
regardless of that, I mean, the fucking community deserves people to give shit back to it.
Right, and it's difficult when you go out to a drop zone, and you know there's a huge gap between your A license and
Boogie
shredders, you know. So it's hard to get people to do that, and that's what we want to do. You know, I wanted to jump with people and teach newbies or everything else, you know. So you guys started organizing, we did all that, and then I got a lot of experience in Atlanta, and then we eventually left Atlanta and went to Burlington, Vermont. Last time I'd seen, Breezy took a job in Burlington, Vermont. And last time I saw you and Kevin, you know, I just got done working at iFly Atlanta for like 3 years and like part-time sky on the weekends, you know. Dude. You're like, man, if you want to come, you know, hang out with this like badass drop zone called Sky of Sussex, let me know, we can hook you up. I was like, cool.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then I got that organizing gig. What was that, like 2019? I think it was like September, August in Shenandoah.
I'm trying to think. Like, it went from me being a jumper and starting Pussfoot to all of a sudden every DZO, like, yo, can you come organize? Can you do this? You're bringing all these new jumpers in. Let's go have some fun.
I mean, you also throw a really good party, too.
I fucking love to party, dude. I love to party.
Yeah, for sure.
I may not be the best skydiver, but I will fucking out-party the 18-year-olds.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things that you have, like, old school partying at drop zones and like positive partying at drop zones during boogies, like doing events, baby drops, things like that.
You gotta go
drops,
have fun,
you know.
And you gotta talk to everybody. You know, you just gotta have a fucking good time.
The grease pig races, to get a bunch of dudes chasing another dude in like an American flag thong, tackling them, and there's these dudes just oiled up and sweating all over each other. It's crazy, dude. Yeah.
I started that grease pig, and I'm never gonna stop it. But
that was a good boogie for sure.
I'm trying to think. So we met at
Space in
Atlanta, and we organized. It was Guru and you, and I remember being like super baby load organizer, like.
No, I think they Spaceland asked you to come out and organize, right? Because they needed more, you know.
They wanted more grassroots.
They needed like, you know, someone to run the show for the ground,
and they wanted a party.
And then they brought fuck Guru, fuck that guy,
fuck Guru.
Yeah, you can probably find those stickers out there. Guru is I'll tell you a story. So
I want to hear it.
When I was working in Space in Atlanta, Steve Boyd used to fly us to Houston to help out, you know, on his King Air.
Sure.
And we all take a trip and go out there and work.
And I got a story about the King Air after you're done.
And, you know, in Houston, you know, I was excited to go because it's like, you know, some of the best jumpers in the United States are out of Space in Houston.
Yeah.
And kept hearing about this guy named fucking Guru.
Guru.
Yeah, Guru.
Fuck Guru.
Who the fuck is Guru, right?
He's a guru.
Guru. I can't even say it anymore. Guru. Yeah. Apparently, Guru was a pretty badass motorcycle stunner out of California that started skydiving. Became a G, and he was a well-known name at Spaceland, and I just wanted to jump with the guy, right? So I went up and talked to him. I was like, hey, you know, I'd like to jump with you sometime, whatever else, you know,
sure.
Can we do it? He's like, oh, yeah, we'll jump. Cool.
Here you go, have some fun.
Yeah. And we're there for a few days, and did I ever jump with Guru? No, because fuck you,
fuck Guru.
But my girl was there with me, Breezy, you know, she's pretty hot. Just kidding. She actually is really hot.
She's your girl.
Yeah, she's my girl.
I'm not gonna say how she looks, but that's your girl.
Yeah, I think she was wearing some yoga pants that day and like a sports bra or something. And I've been trying to jump with Guru like all day.
Fuck that
almost
guy.
like a fanboy. And he walks up to my girl while I'm talking to her, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go for a skydive?"
Oh no.
I'm like, "Okay, cool." So she's like, "Oh hell yeah, I'll go jump with this guy." Guru takes Breezy on a skydive. Right?
Fucking Guru.
Yep. So, doesn't go with me, takes her up. Do their skydive together and comes down. I'm sitting there talking, and Guru's like, hey, do you want to check out this video? I was like, hey, yeah, cool. Takes me over to the TV in the packing room, or hang out in this space in Houston, and turns it on, and there's my chick. Exiting the plane.
Yep.
Boobs pretty much popping out of her shirt.
Of course.
And Guru pauses it.
He's like, look at this.
He's like, check her out, dude. She's crushing it.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what are you even doing, right?
No.
And then it continues to play it. And Breezy's a decent, you know, free flyer. And she sat fly the whole skydive. And Guru and some other guy, I can't remember his name, just absolutely shredded around her. Like, used her as like a pylon to like come up and take docs, point of reference to all their stuff. And yeah. He's like, pretty badass, yeah. And I'm like, man, fuck you. Fuck you, Guru.
He had no idea who she was to you.
No, he knew. He fucking knew. He fucking knew.
No.
But Guru's a good dude. So anyways, so at that point, I said, fuck Guru,
Is that where the sticker came from?
No, I think it came from something else. Not really sure, fuck Guru. But yeah, that was the first encounter with that son of a bitch. So anyways, yeah. So they brought Guru up from Houston to organize. He's an amazing flyer.
Fucking guy can shred.
Yeah, guy's a fucking like freak in nature, man. Like,
God damn it.
Stops like stunting, goes out and starts shredding.
Now he's doing fucking movies.
Yeah, I think he got like an unlimited pass. Well, he wasn't doing movies before he came to until he moved to Atlanta. But I think he got like an unlimited pass, started shredding, and saw him a couple more times. We started talking. He's a really nice guy, man.
Dude, totally cool.
Totally fucking cool, man. Yeah.
So like when my first real LO job was down there, and here I am. I'm like, I got to do my job. You got Scott's like, Scott Latinis, shout out to you. He's like, yeah, you're here. This is a Spaceland job now. This is different than what you're used to. I know you load organize, and I'm doing my air quotes. Mainly, all I did was ever throw a party. And here I am at a Spaceland gig for the first time. And what do you cleaning your hands?
Yeah, I mean, it's COVID, bro. I mean, I don't want to, just trying to clean myself. I don't know.
I just want to lick your fingers.
Hey, man, you can.
They're fucking beautiful.
Yeah, Scott Latinis. Let's rewind that for a second. Scott Latinis.
Scott.
Yeah. Before you guys started organizing for Space Slam, Scott contacts me, because he used to be the chief instructor in S&T at Space Slam.
Absolutely.
He's like, what do you think about these guys?
Oh.
I'm like, honestly, boys? Scott, I don't fucking know, but they're a good time. And Scott's like, all right, well, I guess you're vouching for him. I'm like, sure.
You never even fucking knew us.
Yeah, I never even fucking knew you guys.
Here I sleeping at my house.
Yeah, here I am sleeping in a fucking house. It's 4th of July. I may have had a little bit,
Hey, drink,
too much fun.
Have some fun, dude. Hang out. But yeah, Scott brought he brought me down. This was even before Kevin was even involved, but Kevin's always with me, and he's like, yo, what can Kevin do? I'm like, Kevin is he's a shredder. He's going to go ahead and film everything you want, Scott. Yeah. And, but yeah, so my first, real LO job was down that's when I met you in Atlanta. And here's this guy, Guru, and he was fucking intimidating, dude. And so were you. With your fucking... Dude, you got that hat and that hair, and you're all fucking sexy, and I'm like,
I mean, here's the thing. Look like a pro, fly like a chump. That's all there is to it, dude.
You are the most fucking real dude. I mean, you're fucking awesome. You're awesome. That. I honestly, I probably would have stopped load organizing if it wasn't for you and chats and your fucking cabin in the woods and breezy and
cabin in the woods.
Dude, you're a fucking chill dude. I remember being so what the fuck am I doing? I'm a brandy new skydiver. Yeah, I can party. Yeah, I got puss foot, and I love the fucking party. But here you are, and you fucking coached me through load organizing, and now I'm at 20 boogies a year because of you.
I'm pretty sure my advice was just fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
But the God's honest truth is, you tell everyone I'm a somewhat okay skydiver, and I'm here to make sure you have some fucking fun. I don't care that you have 26 jumps. Let's go fucking hammer it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, man. You like to have fun, Yeah.
And
that's all that matters. But yeah.
You like to have fun too, dude.
Yeah.
Partying.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we met. We partied. We had a good time down there. I got you involved in a lot more load organizing after that.
Yeah. I started organizing out in Virginia, Suffolk, a couple other things. Burning Low, man, that was legit.
Burning Low was a fucking great boogie. But now you're at Sussex and you're just hammering that shit out.
Yeah. So let's rewind real quick. So I just left iFly Atlanta, breezy taking position up in Vermont.
And thank you for that backpack for my daughter.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. My iFly backpacker gave us. Ryan was flying a ton a lot, and somehow didn't get an iFly bag.
Never got one.
So I was like, "That's fuck iFly. That's fucking stupid."
And you know what? For especially for the handicap stuff, the All Abilities Night. She ran that shit up here.
I mean. Bullshit, man. You can say your daughter's handicapped, but she definitely flies fucking better than I do in a tunnel for sure.
Well, I tell you what, now that she's actually gotten some strength in her legs.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking lacrosse, the field hockey,
Well,
the tunnel.
if she's handicapped, I'm just stupid. I don't know that week. Anyway, so yeah, she didn't have an iFly bag, so I gave her my iFly bag. But
Well,
yeah, so...
Because you're a fucking gentleman.
yeah, I appreciate that. So Breezy taking a job in Vermont, and you and Kevin were like, hey, if you're ever down, let me know. We can get you a job. Hooked me with an organizing job over at Shenandoah. And then that's when I think Shauna or Rich asked me if I wanted a job.
Just gonna hit this bug.
Oh, be careful, dude. Oh my gosh.
Get
There
it.
you go.
Oh my god, it's big.
So organized in Shenandoah. We were driving from Georgia up to Vermont, stopped in Virginia, and organized for the weekend.
That was a fucking great
It
weekend.
was a fucking great weekend, man.
Dude,
And then,
Shenandoah is an awesome little drop zone.
yeah, for sure. And then at the end of it, I think Rich or Shauna said, hey, do you want a job? I was like, fuck yeah. So, Vermont doesn't have a lot of big drop zones. They sold Sky of Addison. I think Oli bought Sky of Addison, turned to like Vermont Skydiving Adventures or something like that. But I started driving 4.5 hours one way, 9 hours round trip, come down to Sussex. Sounds fucking crazy, but I've worked at a lot of drop zones.
Sure.
And Sussex is just a badass fucking drop zone, man.
Dude, you fucking drive Vermont
Yeah.
down to Jersey, and you do it every weekend.
Yeah, it's like 4.5 hours one way. But I have friends down here, you and Kevin, like come down and hang out with. But yeah, started working at Sussex, and it's just a really good fucking drop zone,
Fuck
man.
yeah, dude.
Like Winnie is a really good human being, and
And when he says Winnie, he means Rich Windsor.
yeah. And I mean, the good thing about Sussex, I mean, it's like my first impression was that the instructors were all on point.
Yep.
Everyone's super safety oriented,
100%.
super experienced.
Yeah, dude.
And they just immediately treat me like family.
Well, dude, I send every single one of my HUFO friends to Sussex
Yeah.
because of that. Like, I know for a fact that they're not only going to get a safe skydive, but they're going to get an experience where they're treated like, dude, let's think about it. Like, your first skydive. Your first skydive is basically your wedding. You should be treated as such. You want to go, you want to jump, you want to get a cocktail, you want to hang out. And guys, I'm really sorry right now. I'm digging through a drawer for a pen because I have to make a signature. But like when you go for your first skydive, we all joke about like the HUFO and whatnot, but like in reality, it's a huge moment, right? Like we're going for that skydive. We're going for this amazing moment in time. This fuck, how do you even explain it? Like you're jumping out of a plane and it's amazing. And sometimes you go to a drop zone and you're not treated as such. It's like, oh, I just want your money. And that's that. And that's bullshit. Yeah. Like, yo, dude, I want to have a fucking experience. I want to go party with the drop zone. I want to go have fun. I want the whole fucking experience.
Well, think about that. When I first met the entire instructor crew that came out to do tandems in Shenandoah, I'd never met them before.
Sure.
And introduced myself, and they were just very welcoming. Well, and just immediately I felt like family.
That drop zone in Shenandoah, I think we flew down for that one. Right?
You did. I drove.
But you were driving up.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, what a great buggy.
Yeah, for sure. It was great, man. All the instructors were super welcoming. I told them I was going to come work for them, and they offered me a job at Sussex. And then the next season, I started jumping at Sussex.
And you've been there ever since.
Yeah, second season at Sussex. But I love it there, man. It's probably hands down one of the best drops I've ever worked at.
They're doing like 160 tandems a weekend.
Yeah. So it's pretty stupid. I mean, it's people are like, why are you driving 9 hours round trip? I'm like, well, when you're doing, 30 to 40 tandems a weekend.
Well, that's just you.
Yeah. I mean, like today, we did I think we did 17, 18 jumps today.
Well, today.
Yeah.
And that's the 4th of July. But I know for a fact that drop zone, Sussex, besides the fact that, I mean, the planes are good, the people are awesome, it's 45 to 50 minutes outside of Manhattan. I mean,
it's pretty normal for a large drop zone to be about an hour,
they're fucking hammering tandems.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, I got there and started just working, and suddenly you're doing like 20 TAMs a fucking day, and you're like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But outside of that, the biggest thing is like the safety of the drop zone.
Dude, safety to me is the number one. Like, when I know that I can go send somebody to Sussex and tell him, yo, go find James, and that he's going to give you a fucking awesome tandem and you're going to be safe, and I don't have to fucking worry about a goddamn thing, that I just sent my family member, like my sister or my cousin, up to go see you. Dude, fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome, man. The biggest thing too is like being in this area and having it blow up so much. Like, most of the people that come there are referrals from their friends. Yeah, you know, it's super busy. So I mean, it was a great opportunity.
Great drops.
You know, I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity, and Shauna and Rich for giving me the opportunity. But yeah, fucking Skydive Sussex, man, I love it.
It's fucking all you all day. You speak for yourself. Do you want a cocktail?
Yeah. You got whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to have a twisted tea.
Twisted, yeah.
Sorry if I sound away from the microphone, but that's where I'm at. I'm going to throw this into my box of boxes.
I mean, but the biggest thing is, like, you know, working for Spaceland, leaving Spaceland was really difficult.
Oh, dude, I couldn't even imagine leaving your home where you lived. I mean, you were down in Georgia forever.
Yep. I started off at San Marcos and then transferred to Spaceland, and just, you know, Spaceland was, you know, they have a vision. You know, Steve Boyd has a vision in skydiving. You know, and it's a great drop zone. You know, there might be some people may disagree with that, but the AFF program is like top notch.
Well, what do you think Steve's vision is for skydiving?
Retention of the sport. For sure.
Well, sport retention's huge.
Right.
But I also feel like his mentor program, his aircraft, the facilities, everything about a Spaceland drop zone, to me, is perfection.
I mean, there's always room for improvement, but it is. I mean, the Boyd's vision, Steve, you know, he and I used to be really close. Love the guy, junior and senior, was to get retention of the sport and redefine the sport of skydiving. You know, and they've really done that. You know, they want to take people and turn, you know, they just don't want to take them from, you know, do a TAM. They want to take a TAM, turn the TAM into a student, and take a student and turn the student into a coach, and turn a coach into an AFF and into a TAM and breed them up. So, but it was really hard to leave because, you know, they had done so much for me. Yeah. And give me an opportunity to really grow, and, you know, most of the stuff I've learned and refined my skills have been at Spaceland. You know,
you're a fucking shredder. So
I don't know about a shredder.
You're being modest.
That's you know, I don't know.
This is James England we're talking about here.
I mean, yeah, but I've never been to Live Bigs in Houston. You know, I'm not that big of a shredder.
You can fucking fly.
Well, I appreciate that.
You upset me when I can't fly nearly. I mean, 1/10 of what you do.
Yeah, but there's people that fly like 1,000 over like what I do. You know,
you're being modest.
Anyways, yeah.
Hey.
I mean, it's good. So when I left Spaceland, you know, it was really difficult to leave. Talked to, you know, Steve Boyd and senior and junior, and I told them, like, you know, told Kevin, like, hey, you know, I heard there's an iFly opening in Atlanta. I'm gonna apply for it, and I did, and I got the job. So I had to leave. And had to have a really difficult conversation with, at least what I felt was difficult with, you know, senior and junior. Sure. You know, talking about it, because I told them that, you know, I loved the opportunity and the family and everything else, but I needed to follow my path.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, and both of them, in separate conversations, told me, like, I would be upset if you didn't leave. Right.
Well, see, that's the thing about the Boyds, right? Like, if you look at their drop zones. Right, we're gonna move this off of that because it is bouncing on the microphone.
Sorry, my bad.
You're good. But anyway, so the Boyds, I feel like they put so much into their drop zones. They put so much into their talent that if you weren't to leave, that would be almost like a kick in the face to them. Because look what you did. You wound up at You wound up at iFly Atlanta. Yeah. You took. How many people from fucking zero to hero?
I don't know. I had a pretty large coaching base, man, but I also like converting the sky, you know. But
sure.
I mean, the biggest thing too is that, you know, the Boyds gave me an opportunity to for a career at Spaceland. You know, that was the most difficult thing. And then, you know, telling them I'd applied, and, you know, Stevie Jr., you know, was a
super awesome human.
Was a champion back in the day, and the fastest way to get better at skydiving is to be a tail instructor, you know. So I took the opportunity, but they had done so much for me, I felt guilty for leaving.
All right.
You know, and had that conversation with senior and junior, and both of them at separate times said, you know, we would be upset if you didn't leave, right? Because they understood that I wanted to progress and get better.
Sure.
You know, so I walked away from Spaceland, which sometimes I wonder where I would be if I had stayed with them. Okay. You know, because they'd offered me a career essentially in skydiving.
You'd probably be a DZM somewhere.
Yeah, and they wished me the best, and I went on my way.
But you have, so you know, like, if you had stayed with Spaceland, yes, you would be a DZM. You have that personality to you.
I don't know about would have been DZM, but I mean, that was definitely an option.
You would have been. You would have been DZM.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Know?
Dude, you're super awesome with people. I wouldn't have you sleeping at my house tonight with my children if I didn't think you were an awesome human being.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to be that, and the opportunity was there, you know? So it was difficult to walk away, and I think the biggest thing, too, is that, you know, when they had first opened Spaceland, like the new drop zone, we were a bunch of instructors on the drop zone, came out in tents, like pretty much starving, you know, trying to make our way. And
noodles.
Steve did this really awesome thing, which he probably doesn't want me to talk about, but, you know, no one was making money, so he gave the instructors money and said, you know, this is kind of a stipend for, you know, to help you out until we get busy.
This was in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah. And I didn't take that stipend.
You didn't take it?
I didn't use it.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I just felt like I needed to work for it and like 5 mile away. Nothing against the people that did, but he wanted to take care of the instructors. I didn't use it. And then I think right before I left, you know, Steve and I used to walk and talk up and down, you know, Space in Atlanta. You know,
that big old walkway.
Getting the steps in. Like Steve was big into like the steps app. When we do that thing, we would walk and talk. You know, I like to think that Steve and I were, you know, really close, and talked about it. And he came up to me one day, like right before I left, and gave me a big hug, and then put his hand out and shook my hand. It was a handful of cash.
Did you take it?
I tried not to.
Hey.
Yeah.
Look, you did a lot of things. You opened that drop zone.
I mean, a group of us opened the drop zone.
A group of you opened that drop zone, but you went above and beyond.
I mean, I loved it, man.
Why be upset about a shake?
Well, I mean, I wasn't upset, but yeah. And then Steve shook my hand, gave me a hug, shook my hand. There's a wad of cash in it, and he's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that, you know, all the instructors took that, you know, that stipend, that money that we gave them to help them out, but you didn't." I was like, "Steve, I'm not gonna take your money." He's like, "No, you gotta take it." So I took it. So like a couple years after that had happened, he remembered that, you know.
Sure. Yeah. Dude, Steve is a fucking awesome person. I mean, some people might say, "Oh, it's Steve Boyd, he owns everything." Steve is he's a grassroots, down-to-earth, really awesome human being.
Well, think about this. I mean, the Boyds themselves, I feel like they're really good human beings.
Absolutely.
Have offered the opportunity for a lot of people to excel and had touched a lot of lives.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, look what they do. You get your A license, okay, you get your B. Now, all of a sudden, you can get your, not coach rating, but you can do...
mentor jumps.
The mentor, and you go through mentor, and if you ask me, some of the best skydivers I've ever met come out of Spaceland because they get these mentor jumps, and they're actually brought, like, it's not just, oh, you've got 50 jumps, you get your B license, oh, wait, now you got your 200, I'm going to get your coach rating, and you're off coaching. No, this is like, you've got Spaceland behind you, and they're gonna go ahead and like fucking make sure you know what you're doing. And
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with like coaching is that when you become a coach, you become a coach to learn how to teach.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
it's
kind of an absurd concept that we have people with a minimum of like 100 jumps teaching people how to skydive.
But sometimes those 100 jumpers are just special.
Well, I mean, essentially teach you how to coach, you know. And then Spaceland identified that retention in the sport was an issue, and that, you know, they offer free mentor jumps up to jump 100 at the drop zone, you know, which is great. So This wasn't a conversation about Spaceland, but we keep coming back to it. But yeah, so the boys are really amazing.
Yeah.
And really helped me become who I am. They gave me an opportunity, and they were super supportive. And, the thing that years later that we'll never forget is they would literally give you the shirt off their back to help you out. Yeah.
He's cool. I remember there's like this Facebook group called like Idiots of the Drop Zone or something, and all of a sudden someone hit me up and goes, "Yo, dude, you're on this," and I'm like, "I'm on that. All right, I've arrived."
Let me tell you about Idiots real quick. Let me tell you about Idiots. So it's a quick story, right? So,
man, you ruined my story.
Robbie Rushton was the chief instructor at the time. I was a SNTA.
Word.
And we were doing our things, and I was getting the swooping, right?
Yeah.
Trying to learn how to do it. Got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And started pushing the limits a little bit too far.
It's all about your risers.
Yeah, something like that. And
tug on them.
it was me and an AFF student.
All right.
Just me and him. They literally sent the plane with just the student and I. He was doing his A license in a week. Just me and the student on the plane. And I was like, I'm going to swoop, right? My Velo 111, get out. The wind direction changed. I didn't get the correct setup point. Everything was wrong with it. But in my head, I was doing so good. I was like, I got this.
Dude, you're going to get laid. You're fucking swooping.
Yeah, I got this. So I decided to throw this fucking swoop that I knew I probably shouldn't. And I did it anyways. I was low.
Happens.
Tried to hit the rears. Didn't help. Stabbed on toggles and pretty much hit the ground going super fast and almost like a baseball slide.
You tumbled.
Ass first to my shoulder, and I hit so hard I bounced and kept going.
Yeah.
And then Justin Bender, who's was at the time one of my close friends. Hope you're doing good, Justin. Was in the walking down the gravel,
Justin.
and the look on his face when I impacted the ground and skipped across.
What do you think you were dead?
I mean, his eyes were the size of saucers.
Well, dude, you see your homeboy hit the fucking ground.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was fortunate to walk away without any injuries, but I ate shit, put myself on the ground, bounced, and kept flying. And
all right,
told Justin, I was like, "Yo, grab the radio, talk him down. I can't do it." Steve got wind of it, came out, and absolutely reamed my ass. Reamed
it right out.
He's like, "What the are you doing?" He's like, "Who are you trying to impress?" I'm like, "Steve, no one. I'm just trying to practice." He's like, "You're a fucking idiot, pretty much." He has seen a lot of stuff in his time,
Sure.
And he was so concerned about my safety, and I was pushing the limits, doing something stupid. And pretty much had a broken tailbone, messed up my shoulder, and Steve's like, "I want you to go ahead and go home for the day.
Have a good evening.
And think about it." He's like, "If you want to have a long career in the sport," he's like, "you need to make better decisions."
Sure.
So I went home. He's like, "Yeah, if you want to have a job still, pretty much come back tomorrow and work." So I came back the next day. My tailbone was broken.
That's the fucking worst, isn't it?
No, literally black from my starfish all the way up to my my back. It was terrible.
Dude, when I fucking sneeze, my tailbone still cracks, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and then after the conversation that Steve had with me, I decided to continue to work for about 6 months with a broken tailbone and other stuff. But
That shit never heals.
Never does. But it was a good conversation. I learned from it, Anyway, short story long, this whole conversation was supposed to be about Spaceland, but I do appreciate the Boyds a lot. And where I'm at now is at Sky of Sussex, and they gave me the opportunity, and, Rich over at Sky of Sussex and Sean and everybody else, they're amazing. The instructors are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking family. And the best thing I like about the drop zone is it's family, right?
Sure.
You don't work at that drop zone, and you don't get a job at the drop zone unless you're referred by one of the instructors.
Yeah.
Or you're bred there.
I feel like Sussex really puts in a lot to their instructors. Just throw the can.
Try to do
sure,
it,
whatever
yeah.
you want to do. But like you just said, you're either brought in, referred, or you're bred there.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think that really turned me on to them is that very similar to Spaceland style. They're into family. They're into breeding their own instructors on drop zone.
fucking 100%, dude.
Yeah. And those are the people that deserve it, really. Not to say that people can't come in, but I mean, why not hire within? You know, when you breed your own people to be students to coaches to AFF instructors to tandems to videographers, you know, and that's what they did. They breed their own people.
Yeah, well, I mean, you started at Sussex, and I mean, I took my coach course there.
Yeah.
I didn't start there. But I call it my home DZ, even though I'm never fucking home.
You say you didn't start there, but I mean that became your home drop zone,
dude. You can't go someplace. You have Rich and Shauna and Lauren
and Kyle.
Yeah. And you have these people that just really want to see you progress and become what you can become at any point in time. And you know,
but they also make you like earn it. You got to prove yourself.
You have to. You can't go in there and just be a fucking a fuck jack and I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna go do that. No, Shauna will vet you through everything, and as she should, right? Like she works for the USPA, so she should do what she. Speaking of which, Shauna Finley's coming out tomorrow. Actually, Dean lives in Dubai, so Shauna's probably live right now. And you're not going to come out.
We should call her.
We should. But she's down at Shenandoah right now.
We should call her anyways. But before we do that, so I mean, you know, Sussex has been amazing.
Great drop zone.
Got my start at San Marcos. Went to Spaceland, bought San Marcos, a bunch of other drop zones, and then got the opportunity at Sussex. And yeah, pretty much Sussex, man. I fucking love you guys.
Yeah, they're fucking pretty awesome, dude.
Rich, Kyle, Lauren, Shauna, Chris, Kenny, and all you motherfuckers at the drop zone. I love you guys.
Mr. Pearl.
Chris Pearl.
I love
him.
He's
my man, dude. I love the guy.
He is a manly man.
He is. Yeah.
So much man there.
I just love it, man.
I love his Dodge Ram.
Yeah, I'm thankful for the opportunity, for sure.
I'm so fucking thankful you come down and just hammer it.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, and we get to hang out, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be an instructor and do, you know, 40 to 60 jumps a weekend, Sussex is like where it's at.
You're going to learn a ton at that fucking drop zone.
I mean, I'm still learning. I always do.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the sport, right? Like, you're not going to give up on learning, because if you do that, then just give up on the fucking sport, because this sport's always progressing and we need to learn.
One of the other things I like about Sussex, too, is that the fun jumper crew is still building. You know, still learning.
Well, it's a newer drop zone, right? Like, there's tons of fun jumpers. And by the way, some of those fun jumpers are doing things that are just outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, they are... Now, I remember being there, you know, sub 100, and meeting half these dudes, and now seeing what these dudes are doing, or guys and girls, excuse me. There's some fucking shit happening at that. I mean, this drop zone is the drop zone.
Well, it very quickly is going from a tandem factory to a student drop zone to a, you know, fun jumper base and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and for all the skivers out there too, right? So all you motherfuckers that bitch about tandems at a drop zone, right? If you guys don't know this from a like business standpoint,
you need fucking tandems.
Tandems are what give you a drop zone, make it happen. Right?
You want to have $25 tickets, you need to have fucking tandems.
Yeah. So I mean, where Sussex is at, I think it's come a long way from what I hear and for what I'm seeing. But the biggest thing too is a fun jumper base.
Yeah,
it's building.
Well, yeah,
and it's very quickly becoming something greater than itself.
Well, a lot of people are transferring to this drop zone because of what it is. You have drop zones. I mean, the whole Northeast is saturated with drop zones.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the only drop zone I care about Sussex. I jumped there one time, and I'm like,
you gotta diversify, my man.
Yeah,
there's so much in the Northeast.
They're like, you drive 4.5 hours, 9 hours round trip, come work here. They're like, why do you do that? I'm like, because I fucking love my family.
Yeah.
I love Sussex. I love the instructors, and I just love everything about it, you know?
Well, I get that a lot from driving now to Niagara. Yeah. I'm fucking in love with Skydive the Falls.
Yeah.
Jason and Tom, dude, you guys have done something right. And the fact is, you're following Sussex, right? Like, you're dealing with everyone at Sussex, so you boys... You got a fucking drop zone. I'm in love with it, though. Like, I bring my family to this drop zone because I know that my kids are going to have a fun time. My wife is going to have a fucking fun time. We're going to not just jump. We're going to eat wings. We're going to go fishing. We're going to go fucking pick up seagrass or whatever. Sea glass. I'm sorry.
Old beer bottles have been washed. Yeah.
Dude.
Here, real quick while we're on, like, family and kids, right?
Tell me about family and kids,
man.
man.
Like, rewind real quick. So, Sky of Sussex, I met this guy named Jim McCabe. Mm-hmm. Got to start a different drop zone, and he's been at Sussex for a while. And every weekend, his wife is there, and his kids are there. His kids have worked their way into the sport.
They're packing,
yeah. One of them is pretty much running the mat. Yep. With Connor. Very quickly becoming really
that Connor is friends with my cousin and lives like 6 miles away.
Yeah, Connor also has a house up in but near Shroon Lake. They're supposed to invite me to, but we won't talk about that, Connor. But yeah, Jim's family, his entire family is in the drop zone, right? So his eldest son is packing and very quickly becoming a good skydiver. His youngest son, middle son, Aiden, who's a G at packing. Yeah.
Dude.
Aiden's really good at packing.
You get your family involved, and that's just that.
Yeah. So his kids are working at the drop zone, both of his sons. His little son, Jim's starting to go. Mm-hmm. His daughter is doing a business at the drop zone as well. All right. It's an amazing thing to see.
What is she doing?
She is, empanadas, by the way, are amazing. And tea and lemonade and stuff.
If you know Pussfoot, you know we love food.
Yeah, for sure.
We love fucking
So the whole family's there on the weekend. But here's the thing: like, I see more kids at this drop zone than I have anywhere else.
Well, that's one of the only drop zones where Ryan was like totally welcome, and they're like, "Hey, you want to learn how to pack? You want to learn how to do fucking anything?" And that's the only DZ where if she decides at 16. And I want to get a waiver, then we'll do it. But I'm not going to let her do it. I'm not going to let her do it. Don't worry. I want her to be more canopy. Yeah, she's going to outfly.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like the whole family vibe there and stuff like that. It's just a great place to be, man. I'm super thankful for the opportunity, and oh man, I love these motherfuckers for sure.
They're fucking super awesome, but. At the same time, as awesome as they are, there's still a lot of really fucking awesome drop zones in the Northeast. I mean, from Mike Manthe up through Jason and Tom, and I mean, that's on the Canadian border. Yeah. So if you're talking from Virginia all the way north, we have, I mean, the Northeast is jam-packed.
Yeah.
It's like growing in your teeth.
No, it is, but a lot of these drop zones too, like if you look at the progression of like Spaceland, right? Yeah. And Sussex is growing as well, like Spaceland did, and Sussex is growing, and other drops around are growing, Yeah, I think that's really the thing. I think it's great, but I mean they really need to start refining their process to grow,
Well, if you look at COVID, right? Like the biggest problem for me.
Fuck COVID. It's bullshit. So like I think last season we in like one of the hot spots in the United States, New York and New Jersey.
Sure.
No one got COVID all season.
No one did.
Yeah, no one did.
But let's just take the.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Maybe it was one person that was at a party one night or something at the end of the season. I don't even know.
They were sharing lips. Yeah. But if you take the political side of COVID out, like the biggest problem for me with COVID was if you saw parachutists, there was like 20, 25 people getting their A license. Yeah. B license was like nil, C nothing, D nothing.
Well, I mean, bro, we shut down and we're wearing masks.
Yeah.
Like from top to bottom in the plane, on the ground, all the way down. Yeah. But we followed the rules, we got there, and now we're out of that, the post-pandemic. I think it's great.
I mean, if you look at our sport right off the bat, we fucking nailed this shit, dude.
Well, here's the thing about COVID, right? So COVID shut everything down.
Yeah,
right? Everyone fucking hates life. They're all going through depression. Everyone wants to live. So as soon as COVID is pretty much post-COVID, right? We're out of the pandemic. Drops are banging. Everyone wants to fucking live, man. They want to live life and go skydiving.
Dude, look at it fucking now, dude. You see this shit? It's growing, and you see tandems are fucking out of control.
Yeah.
this sport is just growing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we're doing like 300 plus Tandems a fucking weekend, dude. Like
up there, yeah. I mean, I can't get over how many they're doing, but look at the sport.
So, by the way, if you want to come do a Tandem and you're, within the, 3-hour time from some Sussex, New Jersey, you need to come see us and do a Tandem.
And by the way, he's so sexy.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're sleeping over here tonight.
I am sleeping over here tonight.
We're gonna get weird.
Definitely gonna get weird. It's already like 1 o'clock in the morning. Weird.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. But anyway, I feel like the sport's growing. You're doing amazing things for the HUFO. You're taking tons of tandems. Yeah. You're doing good shit. You're still a shredder. You're not load organizing as much as you were because you're getting married. That's right.
I am getting married in 12 days.
Yeah,
for
12
sure.
fucking days.
To a woman that I taught how to skydive back in 2000.
Breezy.
Like summer of 2019 or something like that.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever. You did it.
I mean, I think I'm not really load organizing as much because, I turned 41 last year.
Dude, fuck you, dude. I am miserable. I am hurting.
Look.
My feet hurt. My ankles are broken.
I'm a young.
My back hurts.
I'm a young 41.
You're not a young 41.
At some point, thanks. So at some point, you have to go back to the real world. But I just don't think I'm organizing as much because my priorities have changed.
Well, if you can get to a boogie that we get James at, you need to come because he will do the same thing I will do. He will take up jump number 26.
Yeah, if you got jump number 26, I'll teach you head down in the sky.
Yeah. Like, just come to a party.
Just kidding, not really.
He will teach you head down.
Yeah.
Right? He promised already. Yeah. So, but seriously, come to a boogie where
I'll teach you head down around a campfire, not in the sky, because that'd be weird.
Speaking of which, look at that flamethrower.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's a great flamethrower.
That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you set my driveway on fire with that.
I did set your driveway on fire. That's right.
Yeah. All right. So, anyway, James England. Come party with him. We are in the Northeast. He's up in Vermont. He's at Sussex every weekend. We're fucking just having fun, dude.
Just want to have a fucking good time.
We're having a good time.
Yeah. And real quick, I just want to thank a couple people, right? I want to thank my home drop zone when I first started Skydive, New Mexico.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey. In Belen, just south of New Mexico, it was a club, and Skydive San Marcos, and Paul and Jen Illingsworth, and Eric Butts, who gave me the opportunity. Hans Paulson at Sky the Farm in Georgia for also helping me out and giving me an opportunity.
Well, they're still there.
I understand that. Yeah, I'm just thanking people. They've helped me out through my life. And then you and Kevin, and
thank you for being my buddy.
The Boyds for helping me refine my skills and give me an opportunity.
Hey, why not?
Give me a chance, when no one else would.
I think that we should all give the Boyds a thank you because they've taken this sport and some dirty ass drop zones and turned them into amazing drop zones and really made the sport they've taken it to another level. Yeah. So, yes, thank you, Boyds.
Yeah, thank you, Steve Sr., Steve Jr., and Nicole, who supports and makes Steve Jr. an amazing man.
Yes.
Everyone at the drop zone for being amazing. Shauna, Rich, Lauren, Kyle at Sussex for giving me an opportunity as well. And, I'm just kind of plugging all these people because that was my path. But, love you guys. You guys in the area, come see the Sky of Sussex.
Come hang out.
And we'll fuck some shit up, for sure.
So, all the Pussfoot peeps are up at Sussex. You can come. There's a giant Pussfoot logo. Thank you, Mike Manthe, for putting our logo on every airplane you own. You are the man. Speaking of the Boyds, and this is the last... I know that we're getting past the top of the hour here. Last thing. I got onto Steve's King Air, and I had on my altimeter, and... I took a picture saying, "I'm never flying commercial again," in Katie's freaking seat. And I wound up on that Fool of the Drop Zone fucking Instagram page. And they were like, "Look at this motherfucker with this thing on. What is he doing?" No, we didn't take off. No, we weren't flying. Yes, I was load organizing. I had been taking up, I think I did 15 jumps that day. It was at Skydive Clewiston. And, I didn't actually go or whatever. Anyway, it's over. James, how do they find you on Instagram or on Facebook?
Fuck social media.
Yeah.
You can text me at 802-829-0345.
And that's his real phone number.
A real fucking phone number.
Go pee-pee.
All right, I'm going to
Go do
pee-pee.
it. He's got to go pee-pee, guys. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for joining us for another episode of the Lunatic Fringe. Dean is healing, and hey, it is what it is. Blue Sky Magazine, you gotta go and fucking check them out. And Icarus Canopies, fuck yeah. Anyway, it is now 1:03 a.m. We've been drinking and driving electric motorcycles all night long. I appreciate you guys very much. I appreciate you dealing with the fact that Dean is not hosting all these anymore and I'm on. If there's someone special you want me to bring in, let me know. And anyway, cheers. Happy 4th of July, guys. Love you all.
All right, there you go. Another episode of Lunatic Fringe Into the Void in the can. This one with Mr. Brian Casserly. Brought to you, as always, by Fuck Yeah. That's right. Let's hear it. NZ Aero Sports and Icarus. Also brought to you by Pussfoot.com. Pussfoot.com, the Extreme Sports Collective. Brought to you by Summit Parachute Systems, Jarrett Martin, Badass Pilot Rigs, Badass Rigging Courses. And then there's me, as always, the fucking pilot. Fuckingpilot.net, theprincesspilot.com, both go to the same places. You can find the links to all the podcasts as well as both of the books, although I've discovered this podcast is available pretty much wherever the fuck you get your podcast. Anyway, have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Damn.